Maybe you had some AMC shares shorted, or 30% of the float has it shorted, and maybe you weren't using margin. Maybe you did it with cash. Maybe you actually paid to short these shares. You didn't mean to use any margin, but now you're using margin because your shares went in the other direction. You lost half your money, and they're recovering that half of your money that you lost right now with the margin money. The shorts margin cost is 900+% interest rate. That's the interest rate on this margin position. So anyone that is qualified to carry this margin position, if they have such a large margin allotment given to themselves because of a big deposit or a large amount of holdings in their account, some of them might be able to absorb it in the form of margin, but it's going to be almost 1,000% interest every year to hold that. Absolutely insane. The margin position like this, it was not like it last year. This is going to make even the most responsible investors who shorted this thing absolutely screwed in the water. Even if they didn't short it on margin, they're going to be using margin now. And they're the ones that are going to get margin calls are going to be through the roof. And that's going to cause more margin calls and more margin calls. And everyone else looking at this 1,000% interest rate and getting calls from their brokers. It's going to be a wild weekend. I'll bet you a lot of stockbrokers have to work through the weekend to catch up on these phone calls because these brokers don't want to be caught out. And this is the type of situation that could leave them caught out. But yeah, AMC short squeeze in motion with almost a 1,000%, definitely over 900% interest rate on AMC shorting margin. High risk. And maybe this is the judge's ruling that they thought was so risky. I don't know. I mean, maybe that was exactly it. Maybe they were seeing it a lot more clearly than I was. I did not see this coming. I didn't think the judge could do this. I think ultimately AMC does clack with APE. I think after the appeal, probably the next judge is probably going to say, yeah, that other judge can't do what she did. And then they're going to go ahead and reverse that and clack them together. I think that's the end game, probably in 6 months. But for right now and for this earnings cycle, you're good. You're very good on this one. $7.83 right now. A short squeeze kicking in Monday morning. Margin calls going out all weekend long. Record earnings coming up just to blow it off the moon even harder. Yeah, it's going to be really, really, really good. Really, really good week for AMC. And if we can make it to the third, if we can make it to earnings date while still in the short squeeze, woo, that'd be nice. I don't know if the short squeeze can go that long, though. Yeah, I don't know how long they're going to resist. Depends on who shorted it, I guess. I wonder if Anterior Capital got out of their position yet. I think maybe they did, or did they? This could be real interesting. Boy, they're going to be pissed. The people that sued trying to screw with this thing ended up getting burnt in the long run. Yeah, you go off and you sue. You're like, oh, APE, we're going to sue you, AMC. You end up not getting your $100 million. You end up paying all of your attorney's fees. AMC doesn't have to pay them for you, and you damn near erased your APE's value, and you ruined the whole dilution that would have saved the company. Now you own a doo-doo preferred share that is probably getting diluted down to almost nothing as fast as possible. Unless he can get to appeals court in a timely fashion, he won't have to do that. But now they need money. So that's the new position for AMC. But the short squeeze, it's going to be at least this week, all of the week, or most of the week. And then we're going to be at earnings, and we'll be at earnings within a couple of days after that. It'll give you another reason to spike back up. I don't know. I'm going to try to, well, I don't know if the put options will be very good on this short squeeze. They might get really cheap. Who knows? If you can get put options like long-term ones a year down the road, it might be a good way. Because if they go to appeals court and they clack them together and then they do the, dilution, they send this thing down to 50 cents, you're going to want to be in on that short. And right now, or that put option, and right now you can't because the price is so damned high. But I think this is going to make that price not so damned high. And the higher this goes, hopefully the cheaper that goes. And the further out you can do it. And it should be real interesting. Long-term put options would seem to be the play. As you think this thing's getting to its ridiculous points, I would be grabbing some long-term puts as this thing hits the mid-teens, high teens, 20s, 30s, whatever. Just really long-term puts and enjoy that entire collapse. That would be epic. Have a wonderful day, everybody. AMC, APE. Big things coming this week. Wow, this just got exciting. Thank you for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you on the next one.